What would you do if your ambitious son wanted to throw away a full-ride college scholarship to marry his high school sweetheart? In today's story, a mother's controversial choice leads to a shocking family showdown years later, proving that sometimes the road to hell is paved with good intentions. My name is Helen, and I'm in my 50s. I have two wonderful sons, Mark, who is 27, and my younger boy, Leo, who is 22. The story really begins back when Leo was in his junior year of high school. That's when he started dating a girl named Chloe. They were sweethearts, and their relationship seemed to blossom quickly. But as their senior year drew to a close, Leo approached me with a declaration that sent a chill down my spine. He told me he wanted to marry Chloe, right then and there. Now, this wasn't just a case of young love. Leo was an ambitious kid, always had been, and he had multiple college options on the table, scholarships included. His plan was to decline all of them, stay in our small town, get a local job, and marry Chloe. I knew in my heart that he wanted to go to college, that he dreamed of a bigger future, and I couldn't support him throwing that all away. I gently told him, Leo, you have your entire life ahead of you. You can get married someday, but you don't need to rush it at 18. Their relationship was only a little over a year old, and I was terrified he'd sacrifice this incredible opportunity for a romance that might not last. So, I made him an offer. I told him that if he would go to college and just wait a year or two to get married, I would pay for his entire tuition. At that moment, Leo was just a young man relieved to have found a solution that pleased everyone. He had no idea that his simple retelling of this agreement to Chloe years later would ignite a firestorm that threatened to burn down his entire future. To my relief, Leo happily accepted my offer. He agreed it was best to wait and chose a great school he was excited about, though it was quite far from home. For years, he and Chloe maintained a long-distance relationship, and just a couple of months after he graduated this year, they announced their engagement. We were all absolutely ecstatic for them. But somewhere between that happy announcement and the holidays, Leo must have told Chloe the story of my offer. He told her I was the reason he waited to propose. I had no idea this was a problem until Christmas dinner. The whole family was there. The table was set, and in the middle of our meal, Chloe stood up and said she wanted to say something. The room fell silent. She started by saying that I had paid my son not to marry her and had actively tried to ruin their relationship from the start. Her voice dripped with faux sweetness as she announced she was blessed that evil hadn't won and that she couldn't wait to have a long and happy marriage with my son. The air went thick with shock. Everyone just stared, utterly silent, not knowing what to say or where to look. This public, theatrical display revealed Chloe's most dangerous trait, a tendency to see herself as the victim in a grand drama, turning a mother's love for her son into a malicious plot against her. It was a flaw that would ultimately force Leo to question everything. Later that evening, a mortified Leo came to me and apologized, insisting that Chloe had completely twisted his words. But the damage was done. As one online commentator astutely pointed out, Chloe's behavior was an enormous red flag. They wrote, "Not only did she twist your wanting the best for your son as evil, she's also pitted herself against you as someone who does not support their relationship, which is not true. If they continue with the relationship, I can see Fran causing a lot more drama between your son and his family." The situation has since evolved. After some tense conversations, Chloe and Leo cleared the air. She apparently feels awful about her outburst and admitted she should have spoken to me privately. However, this confrontation unearthed much deeper issues in their relationship. Leo revealed to Chloe that he now wants to go to law school. For Chloe, who works at her mother's bakery and wants to be a stay-at-home mom as soon as they're married, this was a disaster. She feels it's unfair for him to make them wait another 4+ years to finally start their life together. As a result of all this, Leo came home. I showed him the discussions people were having about our situation, and it opened his eyes. He is now feeling profoundly unsure about his future with Chloe. This story is a powerful reminder that a true partner should elevate your ambitions, not anchor them. A mother's intervention, while risky, was born from a desire to see her son achieve his full potential, a potential he was willing to sacrifice for young love. So I ask you, was the mother right to use her money to influence her son's life-altering decision, even if it was for his own good? And what would you do if your future spouse viewed your personal goals as an obstacle to their happiness?